Welcome back to another episode, guys. Lowys here on the Karuah River today. Going to do a bit of exploring, bit of fishing, bit of crabbing. So let's not waste any time. Let's get the first of these traps in the water and then get out there and start doing some fishing. Rightio, out you go. Not very deep down here on that first one. So I'll put one in shallow and then one out a bit deeper, see how they go. Rightio, pots are in. We'll give them a couple of hours soak, see how they go. Head out now and have a bit of a fish, see if we can pull some dewies or some flatties. That's the plan anyway. See what happens. Fingers crossed. Rightio, first lure in the water. I'm just going to put on this Bait Junkie 4.2 inch paddle tail. I think I've got a 1/2 ounce on it. Maybe a 4.0 or a 5.0. I'll just hop that along the rock, see how we go. We're coming towards like dead bottom of the tide. So real bad tides at the moment. I don't like the dead lows. But we'll see how we go. Put a few casts in. We're in just over 8 meters of water. Just casting out, letting it sink to the bottom. Just working across the bottom with a single or a double hop. Just trying to cover some ground. Right, I've had about 4 casts and about 3 hits. See a bit of scuffage on the line there. They're either flatties or choppers down there. But I haven't been able to hook any of them, so I'm going to switch it over to a prawn. I'll retie that leader before I put it back out. I'll switch over to a slightly smaller lure, see how that goes. Because yeah, I am getting hit. Some of them don't feel too bad, to be honest. Good whack on the rod, but we'll try this smaller bait. Now I'll give this prawn a shot, just in case the fish are a little bit smaller. Oh yeah, we have our first fish, a little flatty, not a bad flatty actually. Sling him in. Not a bad size at all. Perfect hook up, top of the head. I'll unhook him, give you a look. Right, our first flatty in the boat. He spat out this crab as he was shaking, trying to get the lure out. I'll chuck that back, someone else can eat it. Good eater there, about 45 centimeters. I'll chuck that in the live well. I'll have that for dinner later on tonight. There you go, mate. Yeah, it started out getting bites, this white paddle tail. Switched it over to the prawn, so I wasn't getting hookups. No bites on the prawn, so went back to the paddle tail. Straight away, they were on it. And another one right under the boat. Similar size. Bit bigger. Bit risky doing that too. Paid off. Another nice one, just under 50. They'll go in the live well as well. At least we've picked up a feed of flatties. One more about that size probably should be enough. So we'll get him in there and get the lure back out there. In you go. Off to a pretty good start, I reckon. Crab trap soaking, a couple of flatties in there with a few fillets ready to go. All happening. Certainly takes the pressure off when you can pin a couple early. It's nothing worse than sitting on a donut for ages. Well, whatever this is pretty small. Hui, off it goes. Little flatty. Back out you go. Right, I'm in about 8 meters of water, 8 to 10. Just going to work it down this rock ledge. So it's a bit rocky out there, has a little bit of a drop off into a clearing. I'm just gonna hop the plastic down that and see what happens. Just hopping it from about 7 meters down into that 10-meter drop. Seeing if there's anything down there at the bottom. Might try a couple of casts just downsized with this bait junkie prawn. Smaller jig head, smaller profile lure. It's gone a bit quiet on the bigger ones. It's definitely drawing some small bites. Come on, fish. There we go. We downsized the lure and downsized the fish. Go figure. Ah, it's a fish butt. It's been quiet. Well, it took all of one cast for that to work. We'll unhook this little fella. I hope he doesn't spike me. Off you go, mate. Oh well, back in business. We'll get the 3-inch back out there and see what happens. It's fouled it. Spewing. Oh no, something little's got it. I had a big hit. And then these little whitings grabbed it. Maybe a flatty grabbed that whiting, who would know? Interesting. I got no scuff marks on it, but I had a good hit. Didn't get the fish, and this little whiting's jumped on. Small prawn lures are just such a good fish catcher. Oh, another bite. I want that big fish that was down there. Got a real good solid whack before. Now I'm just getting little taps. But there was a good fish down there that hit this last time. Ended up with that small whiting. Come on, where are ya? Another little bite. Plenty of little touches. This thing's just been absolutely peppered every single cast so far. This will be its first cast without a fish. But man, it's had some bites. Out you go. Yeah, amazing, just that downsize of 1 inch and a little bit. Smaller profile lure, how many bites this has picked up compared to the 4.2 inch. There we go. Yep, sure is. Just swing him in. Nice little 40 centimetre model. Won't worry about keeping that one. Little tiny bit of scuffage there on the loop knot, so I'll retie that and we'll get back out there. There we go. Geez, that picked that up right in the shallows there. It's not big. Very streamlined coming straight at me. Don't know if it's another whiting or it's a small flatty. Small flatty. Just pretty much jumped straight on that as soon as it sunk. I'll watch that when they do that. They can definitely get those spikes into you. You gotta have a firm grip on them. As soon as that hook pops out, they thrash. Must have landed right on his head. And he said, "Thank you very much, Lowy, I'll have that." Sorry, mate, but it's only rubber. Better luck next time. Besides that one big hit, it's just all been small. Bit of fun, but good to be getting some numbers. There we go, another one on. Another small one. Might even have to make a little bit of a move, but before I do, I'll go back to that bigger lure. Very similar, this guy, just a little tacker. Yeah, before I move, I'll just put that 4.2 inch back on. No doubt a lot of these small ones were hitting that earlier. That's why I couldn't get them, the lure's just too big. Thanks, mate. I've moved down a few hundred meters, just in a little bit closer to the bank. Just going to suss out this edge, see how deep it is. Looks like it's got a bit of a drop off from a shallow rocky area into a nice, nice deep drop. Now, I didn't mark a whole lot there, but it definitely looks all right. Rightio, we are on. Definitely feels like a dewy. Which is nice because it kind of looked like a bit of a dewy area. Don't know how well it's hooked. Yeah, rod was acting up a bit there, a bit weird. Not like it normally would. So hopefully the hook's in good, because that'd be epic to land a little dewy here. The rod's bouncing a bit funny for a dewy, which is weird. I'll be happy to get a look at it, that's for sure. What do we got, little dewy? We sure have. Awesome. Oh, get in. Unreal, beautiful little Karuah River dewy. Righto guys, there it is. Nice little schoolie. I don't fish up this way much, so to come up here, get a little dewy, it's made me day. Some nice little flatties, couple of eaters, and now this. Beautiful looking specimen. Just on that bait junkie prawn. Not big, it's not a big fish, but any dewy on a lure is a good dewy. Righto, we'll unhook it, get this thing back in the water. It's certainly pretty satisfying to come to a new spot, work out an area you think's going to hold fish, and then get a dewy there. That's probably the ultimate for me in the estuary. Go to a new place that you've never been, mark up some ground that looks likely, get the lure selection right, work the lure right, and get the fish. Granted, wasn't a big one, but still pretty exciting to find a spot that holds dewies in a new system. Not a whole lot of action after that little dewy. I'll check the crab pot soon, I think, and maybe head back down the river. But before I do that, I'll put on a couple of shallow divers. Just have a couple of goes just up on that flat there. Rightio, time to go in and check these pots. My guess is 100% donuts, but you know, it's the first go at it, so I don't expect too much. They've been out for about 3 hours. I want to head back down the river, so I don't want to leave them up here. They won't be here when I come back. So let's go in and check them and see how they went. Well, first one's been baited, probably eels or something like that. Just ripped it out. Anyway, we'll shoot over and check the second one. Absolutely beautiful in the water. No love in this one either. Well, donuts on the crabs as expected. Time to move down the river now, have a bit of a fish on the flats, see if we can pick up a couple of big lizards. Just going to whip out a couple of casts up on this real shallow flat here. It's just opposite to where I was fishing a drop off. Probably a bad time of the day to come up in here and try and do this. Righto guys, I've made it out into the shallow mangrove flats. Hopefully we can pick up a few nice lizards. Let's get to casting. Try and put a couple of big ones in the boat. Gonna start out with this, the Jackal 79 squirrel flat. Absolutely whacked them last trip out. It wasn't here, but I'm sure it'll, if the fish are there, they'll take it. It was on fire at the harbour. Just got to run it over those oysters nice and soft. And just hit those little drop-offs. Rightio, we are on. What is it? It's coming out of the water. He's fully lassoed up. Well, there's another nice eater. I'll chuck him in the live well. And that's 3 little ones. They'll be good for a feed. Well, it was only little, but better than nothing. Let's get back out there and try for something bigger. Oh, see that? I think that was a big flatty come up and tried to smack something there. That was hectic. Oh, I've got to get my lure in there. That looked like an absolute weapon of a fish. I'll chuck that Minn Kota on spot lock. Just lob one over the back there. Mate, that was sick. I don't know if the GoPro will pick it up or not. But that just looked like a big flatty. Just absolutely tearing up some bait. Well, hopefully the GoPro picked it up, but there was a big fish that just came up. Absolutely whacked into the bait fish there. I've had a couple of casts in there, but no luck. Rightio guys, that's going to do it for today. Nice little session up there at Karuah River. Don't forget to hit that subscribe. If you missed last week's video, check it out. It's an absolute ripper, and I'll see you on the next one.